Power in ancient Mesopotamia was supposed to flow from the gods to the kings, but over time the kings decided they didn't need the gods at all. And then a few centuries later, they became the gods. At the dawn of Sumerian civilization, cities weren't ruled by kings the way we think of them. The real power was in the temples. The rulers of the cities were called the NC, the priest king. Now, the NC was just a manager, a humble servant of the city god, at least in theory. The real ruler was the deity. The NC just carried out their will, made sure rituals were done, and managed the temple's vast wealth. But then cities started fighting each other. Water and land and trade, the usual things. And power became about more than just pleasing the gods. And suddenly a different kind of leader was needed. This is where we see the rise of the Lugal. Lugal in Sumerian literally means big man. And he was not a priest. He was a warrior king who ruled through conquest and strength. The Lugal wasn't just managing the God's will anymore. He was making his own will. Over time, the Lugal replaced the NC in most cities. Kings weren't chosen by divine favor anymore. They were chosen very explicitly by who had the biggest army. And then came Sargon of Akkad. Sargon the Great took the Lugal system to its extreme. He didn't rule a city, he ruled all of them. He forged the world's first empire, where kings weren't just warriors, they were absolute rulers. And then came the final step. Sargon's grandson, Naram-Sin, looked at all of this, the NC, the Lugal, the emperors, and he asked, why stop there? He declared himself a living God, not just ruling in the gods' name, not just chosen by them, he was one of them. The irony, of course, is the system started with kings as humble servants of the gods, and over time they pushed the gods aside, becoming the very thing they replaced. From priest to warrior, from warrior to emperor, from emperor to god, Mesopotamian kings climbed higher and higher until there was nowhere left to go. For more on what happened next and the collapse of the Akkadian god emperors, check out the Oldest Stories podcast.